Ah. Ah. Okay, sorry. My microphone was set on the wrong thing for some reason. Okay. So, we have a lot of designs to try to get through today. I'm gonna try to get as many of them I can done. So, hold on. Let me pull up the list of who all I'm doing today. Or, well, trying to do today. Okay, so, we're gonna knock out the Easter tunes first. I've been needing to, which is Flight, Coco, Eggson. We already have Batsy, which is right here. We're also going to be trying to do Brightney, Brusha, Finn, Gigi, Poppy, Razzle, Dazzle, Scraps, Squirm, and Tegan. We are going to be trying to knock out the Easter tunes before anything, though, because that's going to be... I'm, like, kind of behind on that. I was also doing some doodles, so... the stuff that's, like, half-finished doodles. I do have a new brush that I think I'm going to use. This brush. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna start with... I think let's do Flight. Oh, I gotta pull up a picture of him. Light. I spelled his name wrong. Light. I can't see my keyboard with how I have this set up. We're gonna use his information card artwork. I'm so sorry for sneezing directly into the microphone. Oops. My bad, chat. I'm gonna bring this... That look better or worse? I kind of hate that. I think we keep his face, like, bulky. I think this looks fine. I'm gonna give him, like, one little eyelash down here. I feel like he's gotta have at least a little bit of eyelashes going on. Pretty guy. Oh, hi, Salad. I think I am gonna go like this, kind of flatten the front of his face a little bit. I kind of like that. Do that. Thank you for the sub! Is Flight with eyebrows cute or cursed? I think it's kind of cute. I kind of like Flight with eyebrows. Move him a little closer to his eye, though. Oh, my bad, fake Salad. My bad. So, I originally put him in security. He's in security. I gotta figure out how on earth he is going to... I feel like he could be like a good watch. Like, keeping an eye out for things kind of person on the security team. If that makes sense. Like a lookout. Thank you for the sub. So this AU is best described as sci-fi AU. Okay, let me get it. This is gonna be like neck, body. Got kind of long legs, honestly. Gonna look kind of cursed. Bear with me. I'm trying to get an idea of what his body looks like here. Okay, hold on. Which I am gonna touch up the lines and stuff, but this is just... He looks so cursed without his wings. Like spacey. Okay, so Flutter does have arms in this, but not like traditional arms. He's got like these style arms. Like an actual bug. And I'm gonna do the same for him, because, you know, they are siblings. And I do want to... I feel like that, I feel like that looks like it's more like comfortably resting. Everyone was like really upwards. Figure out his outfit in a minute. Anytime I say in a minute, all I could think of is the in a minute. That meme, bro. That's so funny. I love that meme. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing I did for Flutter's wings, which is she has her wings like in like a resting position. Then he's got the... Oh gosh, yes, I'm aware of the stream time. I'm actively streaming right now. Alarm. Okay, okay. Hold on, I'll show you guys Flutter real quick. Right here. I do want to redraw her just because I don't like how I did the lining. So I'm probably gonna redo her line art at some point. Oh, hi, Sparky. I should have known Sparky was gonna show up. Yeah, Sparky's like the biggest Stellar Spacecraft fan ever. Robot arms / hands. I think the closest person would be Goob. On pause. We're gonna. I keep getting distracted, but I'm trying to figure out what to do with his outfit, anyways. Which is Goob in? Goob is in here. This arm is like stuck on almost like an attachment, where like it screws into place. Barry B. you could just call me Barry. Okay, quick little run through the designs. Here's some of the designs so far. Pebble, Dandy, Toodles, Connie, Cosmo, Ginger, Gordy, Boxton, Glisten, Goob, Tisha, V. This is V. She's in a mech suit. Ignore the mech suit. This is actually just her right here. Shelly, Flutter. Some of them need updated line art and stuff. Roger, Sprout, Bassie, Trimpo. We have Blot, Louie, Clips, Sylvester, Rebecca, Yada. Here's Astro. Underwater AU sounds really cool. We have Rudy, Bobette, Cole, which I might rework Cole's design a little bit. We have Dial as well. He doesn't really have a placement right now. Anyways, back to flight. I'm thinking I do something similar to Flutter's outfit. Do this in red so we can see it a little better. Because the flap is going to cover any collar or anything he'd have on. I'm thinking we do something like Flutter's outfit, but make it more... like, more simplistic. Because he's supposed to be, like, sneaky guy. I feel like giving him a very simple, flowy outfit would make sense. Maybe have a little longer in the back. I need to adjust this a little bit because this doesn't like fully cover him. Not that big of a deal. My favorite part is always the coloring. Yeah, we do gotta go through and touch up some of the lines, though. I am trying a new brush. How do we feel about a new brush? Not too different from the ones I was using before, but it makes the lines look less pixelated. I'm not worried about the lines being perfect. I'm just trying to make sure, like, colors don't bleed through when if I paint bucket anything. More than anything. Okay. Hold on. I gotta turn off my screen for like 2 seconds because I'm gonna pull up the Flutter picture. I do want to keep his color scheme kind of similar to hers. Where is it? I'm probably gonna take... Can't wait for the Adele ID design. I might, like, invert her colors. Let's just do a quick test to see what this would look like. If I take the blue from her wings. Okay, how do we feel about dark blue Flight? He kind of looks like this. It's probably Ricky in the background. I feel like the blue's too dark. What about this blue? Okay, I feel like that's... I feel like that's better than the dark blue. Let's experiment. To figure out a good base color for him. Some of our options are yellow. Let's see. We could do a different blue. It's like a little more of a purpley blue. I have red. Literally just do red. I don't really like red though. I don't like red. I don't think we're going with red. I don't think we're going with green either. I like this color. Light green? Maybe like green wings. I think the green would look good on the wings, maybe? What about this blue? How do we feel about this blue? It's like bluish green. I honestly kind of like this. The bluey green with the green wings. I'm gonna try doing the rest of the colors off of this and see if we can find something that looks good. Like, deeper blue for the fluff. Probably these up here. The green. Maybe like this color. Very pale, yellowy green. Outfit, though. I just gotta see what it would look like. No, that's a no. I think I might just give him a black outfit too. I think it works and it matches Flutter. Obviously, I'm gonna have to go in and... We can always change up the colors later. Also, if you guys suggest colors, it has to be within the color palette. There's a specific color palette that is used for this AU. I'm semi-flexible with it, but it needs to be in the confines of the color palette. Ricky, can we not, please? Okay, I think we do eyebrows that color. I kind of like this. I think this still fits his aesthetic. With, like, the naturey colors. Since he's a butterfly. It makes sense. I'm thinking about giving him the same eye color as Flutter. I think that looks nice. I like this. I do still gotta do his, makeup. How does this look? Oh, wait, that's so pretty. I might... Hold on, let's experiment here. How do we feel about the nose markings? Hi, this, that. How about we do this, and then we also add some little markings on arms down here. Thank you for the sub! Okay, I kind of like the markings. His fluff is gonna cover one there, but... I kind of like it! I kind of like it. Let's add some little feet marks. I kind of love this. He looks so pretty. I feel like he still looks like he can be related to Flutter. They just have different color palettes, so it sets them apart more. I love it. I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out. Cut off some of the excess white. I think this is one of my new favorite color palettes. Alright, into security you go. Yes, there is a Rudy. Where is he? He's in here. This is Rudy. I can now mark flight off my list of hold on. Sticky notes. Okay, I can now mark off flight. I'm just gonna go up the list, I think. At least for the Easter ones, and then we're just gonna start going through the rest. So, he works with Bobette and Cole, and their whole thing is they're not like outright evil, but they're not on anybody's side. So they're not considered like, I don't know, like if given the opportunity to side with the humans, because they're like the bad people in this. Given the opportunity, if it benefits them, they're gonna side with the humans. But if it benefits them, they're gonna side with the other Toons. So it's kind of like, they're the anti-heroes, I guess, is the best way to describe it in very simple terms. Cole is supposed to be like a mimic. Which I am probably gonna rework her design. Because I don't really like how the top bit looks different than the bottom bit, and I want to readjust it. Pebble, okay, here you go. Here's your guys' Pebble, because everybody loves Pebble. Peblele. Peblele. Move this up a little so you guys can see chat. Peblele. Okay, we're gonna be working on Coco next. Okay. So I have a general idea for Coco. We're gonna see if I can make this work, though. I'm gonna draw the body first, because this is gonna take the longest. I am gonna make her a little chubby. I feel like it fits her. My worry is drawing her legs. I love and hate drawing animal legs. Yes, I am drawing on my tablet currently. I might have to shorten this arm, but... I feel like I gotta give her paws. I was thinking about potentially giving her, like, more human-like hands, but I feel like she gotta have the paws. I could almost look better with this. No, I accidentally... Okay, I was about to say, when did I do that? If that was super long ago, I'd have to, like, redraw the tail. So, here is my plan. I gotta adjust the proportions a little bit. They kind of want her to be short. I am gonna redo the line art, so don't worry. He's so cutesy so far. I normally don't like Coco that much, but... Okay. I will learn to love her eventually. I forgot her Fluffy. I think I am gonna give her a belly pattern in this. How do we feel about Coco so far? Let me take the face. We're gonna redo her line art because her line art's like really scratchy. Her head's really flat. Hold on. Peach, quit DMing me, bro. It's popping up on my phone. Now her line art looks way better. Okay, now it's coloring time. This part's gonna be a little bit interesting. Hello, hello. I'm thinking about either doing a very deep blue or a very deep red. Or, alternatively, I could take the route of making her look like Bassie. If I were to make her look like Bassie, I would start with the black base color. And I feel like that looks pretty fire. I might take the route of making her look like Bassie, not because of their, like, rivalry or whatever it is. Their one-sided rivalry. I think it would just look the best out of all the color options. Hold on, we're gonna restart this. We're gonna color everything. You know, I just realized by coloring her this color, she looks like my rabbit, my pet rabbit in real life. That was not intentional, but okay. We'll just say he's the inspiration. Dragon! I love Dragon. He's so cool. Also, guys, my Adopt Me channel hit 160 subs, I think, today. Might have been yesterday, I didn't check. Cherry is slowly on her way to 1,000 subs. Very slowly. We're just gonna do this for the last couple because this is not that much touch-ups to do. Okay. Base color, done. This, like, vibrant blue highlights look good. Pause. See that? I think this looks a little better having the pause be darker. And we can also give her that as like an eye color maybe. Also allows me to do as long as you outright aren't just like stealing my AU designs, feel free to make an AU like this if you want. I don't own the idea of an alien AU. I might do like a little touch of green for this up here. I feel like just a little bit of green looks fine. Been 1 year since you hit 100K. I know. Do we like this color scheme? I kind of like it. I might change this up here. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. And maybe do like that color instead. I think that looks a little bit better. It's still got the greenish, but it allows me to make it look a little darker without it looking weird. Does she have a skin that looks like this? Not really, unless you count Spring Outing, but it's like completely different colors. She does kind of look like a blueberry, but I feel like that also fits her because rabbits like blueberries. Okay, there's Coco done. Okay. Next is Eggson. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with Eggson yet. I do have a general idea of what I want his character to be, but not what he looks like. Goob already has a design. I have not actually, Peach. Oops, it's okay, I can use the Robux for whatever days I missed. So, here's his character. His character is essentially, he used to be part of the security team. He is retired, because obviously he's an old man. And now, instead, he travels in his free time. So he is in the traveler category. Astro already has a design. Let's just start drawing and let's see how it goes. I'll show off more designs in a minute, but I need to at least get an idea of what Egson's gonna look like. Let's start with a circle real quick so I can get his head shape. He's gonna look a little bit funky in the line art stages because I'm only gonna do his different section coloring, like during the coloring. Hold on. I think I'm just gonna give him traditional, like, black pupils, because I think that looks fine for him. He's probably gonna be another one that I redo the line art for. Oh, let me pull up a better like a good picture of him real quick. His head's such a weird shape. Stop being so weirdly shaped. Like his head's gotta be bigger. Yeah, it was definitely the issue. Hmm. Ricky's crying at me in the background. I hate drawing, like, the cane. Oh, that's so bad for whatever reason. His arms are really long, but I think it kind of looks... It makes sense. His legs are also, like, bent a little bit. Y'all gotta bear with me, because I've never, like, drawn Egson not in, like, a goofy style before. This is the first time for me. I'm gonna keep like his similar outfit. I feel like it works fine for him. So fancy. Look at this fancy little guy. I say little guy like he's not like way older than me. And probably taller than me. But he's just a fancy little guy. Hello, guys. So I've not been looking at chat too much, so I'm trying to make sure I get these lines right. I might have to redo them anyways. I don't know why I care so much. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to yoink. Hold on, I gotta redo this face again. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. Coloring tongue. He is so egg-shaped, because he is an egg. I know, crazy, right? Okay, let's see. Normally he's like a tannish color. I don't have that as an option, though. So I'm thinking... red? Maybe? Because he's like an orangey tan color. I think we're just gonna have to trust the process on this one. Let's just do the colors on his face real quick. Just to see how this looks. Hold on, I just realized I made a mistake on the line art. Okay. I'm about to touch this up a little bit. This gives me... general idea of where to put this. How do we feel about red eggs? Kind of don't know how to feel about it. I kind of hate it, but also kind of like it. I don't know how to feel about it. Okay, what if I give you like, what if we do like blue eyes? That look what I'm going for? Okay, you know, actually, with the eyes colored in, I don't hate it. I'm probably gonna change the eye color. I'm just trying to get something. I just realized I made another mistake with the line art. Why's Bird not be eating that plastic bag over there? I think yellow eyes would look better. Try it. Oh, 100% better. I actually kind of like it. I kind of like it. They've been trying to get into their millet bag. Okay, I'm starting to... He looks like a purple cabbage! He looks like a purple cabbage! No! Now I'm never gonna unsee it! No! No! Purple cabbage Exen! Stop, that's awful. No! Does look like a purple cabbage! Okay, what do I do? No, the dark red look. I think we're just gonna have to go with purple cabbage exit. Purple cabbage Eggson. I like the color palette, but I'm only gonna think the purple cabbages now. Oh my gosh, I hate it here. Eyes. Okay, we'll still keep some yellow in his outfit, I think. Give him a black cane. Best. Question. Okay, I kind of like that. I think we go with that. I gotta touch up the areas where you can see like the little empty dots. Purple cabbage Eggson. Okay, besides him looking like a purple cabbage, I actually do really like his color palette. You have to admit, this is a nice color palette. Even if he looks like a purple cabbage. What'd you miss? We turned Eggson into a purple cabbage by accident. Purple cabbage saying you copied. No, stop. Finally, we haven't had a new addition to the travelers section literally since I started this AU. So it's nice to have another traveler finally. I think Coco's my favorite. I know that's crazy because I'm a Coco hater. But I think she's my favorite out of the ones we've done today. And we still are gonna do more. But out of the Easter Toons, I think she's my favorite. And I know somebody asked about Bassie earlier. Bassie does have a design. Here's Bassie. That places all of the Easter Toons in the security division, besides Eggson, since he's retired. Okay. Let's see who we're gonna do next. I'll try to knock out at least a couple more. Here's our toons that still don't have designs. And also, while we're in downtime right now, if anybody wants to see any of the existing designs, let me know, and I'll show you guys. I still need to do Brightney, Brusha, Finn, Gigi, Poppy, Razzle, Dazzle, Scraps, Squirm, and Tegan. Everybody else has designs. Caden, you've already seen the Tisha design, but here's Tisha. Okay, Shelly is in here. Here's Shelly. Gigi does not have a design yet. She's on the list to be done. Tegan does not have a design yet. Boxton does. This is Boxton's design. Sprouts. I will pull up Sprout. Sprout is... That's not... This is Sprout. And then Astro. Oh, I will gladly show off the Glisten design. Here's Glisten. This up top is his old design. He got redesigned because I just didn't like it that much. I lost interest in the design. I really like drawing this Glisten. Oh, and I drew him a second time. I drew him again. I drew him laying down just to kind of figure out how the legs would work if he were to lay down. This old design looks like Dial. You know what's funny? That design was made before Dial came out. So, completely unintentional. We have done V. Hold on. Clicked on the wrong thing. That's also still the wrong thing. Here's V. She's in a mech suit. This is her right here. In the mech suit. Well, in this AU, technically V isn't a robot. So hold on. I'll read you guys the little thing from her bio. Okay, here's her bio. V showed up in the early years of Galaxy View, offering her assistance to the team in exchange for a place to stay. She's grown to love her job and the other residents despite struggling to understand emotion or social normalities. V is what you'd call a parasite, inhabiting a body that isn't her own. Only Astro has seen her out of the android body she built for herself. V is a permanent resident. So that's V's bio. I do have some other bios, if you guys would want to hear some of the other bios. Most of them don't have bios, but I think the mains mostly do. Well, let me see who all has bios real quick. Shelly does, V does, Flutter, Dial, Louie, Yada, Blot, Connie. And I think that's it for bios at the moment, because they take a while to write. Bios? Okay, hold on. Well, I'll read you guys Shelly's. This is Shelly's bio. Shelly is the museum tour guide in the development sector. She spends most of her days educating residents and travelers alike about the history of countless planets. She also helps with research time to time, mostly about things involving day-to-day life, since V isn't the most familiar with organic needs. Shelly is a permanent resident. She has her own room in the residential sector, though spends most of her time in the museum located in the development sector. Okay. I'll just read all the bios, because there's not that many. We also have Flutter. Here's Flutter. Bio. Flutter has been a doctor for many years, taking pride in her work. Her being mute has been a challenge, but she still has other ways to communicate, such as writing or body gestures. She's now head of the medical ward, working diligently to ensure the health and safety of all the patients, especially those suffering from the Ichor flu. Flutter is a permanent resident and has her own room in the staff area of the medical ward, working around the clock. So, hold on. Let me pull up the Stellar Spacecraft info. This is the bio for the AU itself. What is this AU about? This AU is heavily inspired by things such as astrology, Avatar, the one with the blue people, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, tiny bit of Star Wars, but I've never watched it, so please don't come after me. 1,000 years ago, humans colonized Astro's planet, eventually running him and his people off. They took off in spaceships floating in orbit for years to come, but Astro, deep down, knew it wouldn't stop with just his planet. So he set off to find a solution, to create a refuge from the humans. Thus, he spent hundreds of years developing Galaxy View, a massive spaceship built to hold at least 500 citizens, and including a fully functional society within. The upcoming comic and current time takes place about 1,000 years from the year Astro fled his home planet, and 600 years from the first functional year of Galaxy View. Many of the toons are in their hundreds, but some are much younger in normal human years. So that's the bio for the AU. Let's go through the rest of the character bios that are done so far. Next we have Dial. Which also, ages. I forgot to tell ages. Shelly is in the 500s to 600s. V is unidentified. Flutter is in her late 200s. Dial's in somewhere in the 1000s, not specified. Bio. Dial is the previous head of staff of the medical ward and Astro's childhood friend. Dial was always a bit mysterious prior to the infection and is now known as Patient Zero among the ward's staff. No one knows how he became infected, only that he went missing a few days prior to the day he was confirmed to be showing signs of being infected. Astro refuses to disclose where Dial was the days before he was confirmed infected. Dial is currently quarantined in the medical sector, among the others. How does Dial look like? Oh, yeah, you're right. Here's Dial. I'll let you guys look at him for a second while I pull up the next one. Okay. Next, we're going in here. Louis. Louis is in the early 90s. Bio. Once part of the research sector, Louis now suffers the effects of the Ichor flu. Louis was always a helpful hand, assisting his best friends in saving lives and helping those in need. Unfortunately, now he's out of commission, stressed from being sick, and unsure of his capabilities to help anymore. Louis is currently quarantined in the medical sector, among the others. Next, we have Yada. Yada's also in her early 90s. She was once part of the rescue sector. She now suffers the effects of the Icar flu. Trusting her friends, she joined them in their rescue missions, becoming a crucial part of the team, which saved countless Toons prior to the sickness becoming too much to bear. Yada is currently quarantined among the others. Next we have Blot. He is in his early hundreds. He's a little bit older than Yada and Louie. Once the head of Galaxy View Research Sector, Blot now suffers the effects of the Icar flu. Despite the whole team being hit by a cold, unknown at the time to be the flu, Blot pressed on to try and help someone trapped on a nearby planet, thus leading to the loss of his leg. Luckily there was no casualties, but they had to leave with an unsuccessful rescue. Blot is currently quarantined in the medical sector among the others. Okay, next we have Connie. Connie is in here. She is in her late 20s, so she's more of like a humanoid years. Contrary to popular belief, she isn't dead, merely a ghost-like species that is in fact fully alive and breathing. She was one of the early confirmed cases of the Icar flu, and despite being very far into the infection, shows signs of being fully coherent and understanding, even recognizing her brother during visitation hours. She doesn't speak, but can still see and hear, opting most often to sit quietly and watch the television in her isolation room. Connie is currently under quarantine in the medical sector, among the others. I don't think there's any other bios. No other bios. I do have more stuff though. Here. Who do you guys want to stare at while I read the information about the Icar flu? Who do you guys want to look at? Oh, thank you for the jewels. Okay, let's see. We'll do... Okay, a lot of people... See, we have multiple people saying Tisha, so let's do Tisha. You guys can look at Tisha. She is an android, by the way. She's a robot. If she looks weird, that's why. Okay. So these are written in the point of view of, like, the Toons themselves. Also, thank you for the jewels. This first one is written by Astro. The Icar flu is a mysterious disease that only showed up a few years back. It's continued to confuse us over and over with its weird effects and unpredictable behavior. Even our best doctors were unable to uncover any helpful information on this disease that has been plaguing some of our best rescue teams and innocent residents. We can only hope that this disease proves non-fatal. Thank you for the jewels! Okay, here, let's grab... We'll look at Goob. Because there's another one. This one is from Flutter. Ever since we quarantined all affected individuals, I've begun to worry about Patient Zero. He's been displaying aggressive behaviors towards even those he worked with for a century. We all worry about his fate, and what may befall those around him if he isn't isolated. Please consider the department's request. Hi, Mr. One Way! So that's the Icar flu. I do have one more section full of info, which is talking about the different locations of Galaxy View. He's basically a bunch of pieces stitched together, which is why he looks like that. Okay, let's see. You guys can look at Cosmo and Ginger while we talk about the headquarters. The home of Astro Novalite and beloved overseer of Galaxy View, main control panels, ship controls, and many important artifacts or equipment reside here. Most are forbid from entering without clearance. Oh my gosh, thank you for the jewels. You're just like sending so many jewels. Holy crap. Okay, security sector. Let's go look at somebody from the security sector. Let's pull up Roger. You'll see why in a second. This is written from Astro's point of view. Every community needs security, and that is provided by our highly trained security personnel. Head of Security, Sprout Seedley, ensures the safety of every resident who calls Galaxy View a home, and I trust his word. Roger, our original head of security, endorses Sprout, having trained him under his own guidance. May our personnel provide ease to our residents. He's not a bunny, he's supposed to be based on, like, a beetle. Like, you know, the beetles with the big pincers on their head? That's what he was inspired by. Yeah, here, hold on. Here's Sprout. Cody can hear your bird and he's chirping back. That's great. Okay, hold on. We're pulling up Jelly for this next one, which is the development sector. This is the longest one, I'm pretty sure. These are all written from Astro's point of view. Like, he's the one saying it. Bye, Mr. One Way. Ricky, shut up! I'm gonna get you. Better stop it. This bird! Becky! Becky! Woo! Okay. The development sector. For hundreds of years, Galaxy View has been developing new technology and equipment to be used not only by us, but any others who wish to utilize it. We also run a museum to represent the history of the many planets now eradicated by humans, including my own. Shelly, our curator, takes great effort- wrong word, takes great care in ensuring any artifact of past cultures remains safe, clean, and as pristine as possible. V, our head of maintenance, takes great care of any electronic failure on the ship, whether it be a computer screen or all of the lights in the medical ward. She works quickly to repair the issue. I'm greatly proud of both of them and our teams under each. Woo! She was inspired by, like, a grandma aesthetic. Next, medical ward. He's not related to it, but I know somebody wanted to see Gordy, so here's Gordy. The medical ward. Our medical staff are well trained, I assure you. Ever since the flu has hit us quite hard, Flutter has taken over as head of the ward. Our prior overseer is not doing well and has unfortunately been quarantined. Flutter is very trustworthy, however, and takes wonderful care of all patients, whether they be hers or another doctor's. We all hope for the cure to come soon, but for now our isolation wards continue to be expanded. Yes, he's like a centaur, kind of. Next, we have the rescue sector. I know somebody earlier wanted to see Sylvester. That's the wrong thing. So here is Sylvester. Rescue sector. Due to humans continuing to cause problems on planets near or far, we established a team of trained personnel to embark on missions and help those in need. We have estimated to have saved over 200 lives and helped countless more. I myself have been handling the bulk of the work on the ship. For Blot, hold on, I messed it up. I myself have been handling the bulk of the work on the ship for Blot since he isn't doing so well. And our remaining team members are not yet ready to take on his responsibilities. Okay, residential sector. Squirm does not have a design yet. I'm gonna be working on that soon. Let's see. Is there anybody else that people wanted to see? We already did look at Glisten for a little bit. Sure, whatever. We'll pull Glisten back up. Residential sector. Some of these rooms I built with my own 4 hands. Could you believe that? We continue to expand every year, hoping to accommodate as many as possible during these trying times. If you need anything and are unsure where to find it, Ask one of our lovely janitor androids. They are programmed to know the layout of the ship. And then temporary residents. The one who started it all. Here's Dandy. He's the original design that started this entire AU. Temporary residents. Of course, we also offer smaller rooms for those who wish to stay for only a small amount of time. Our most frequent visitors have even claimed specific rooms for when they come to stay. We offer many shops for residents or travelers, even human ones. Despite our dislike of humans, as long as you aren't affiliated with them, you are welcome to stay as long as needed. We do not offer permanent residence to humans. So that's all the information I have written down so far. I have received some very lovely fan art from one of our mods. Very, very cutesy. There is a comic that I've been working on. There's only a little bit of it done so far. But if you guys want to read, I'll leave it up on screen for a minute. Yes, any fan art is welcome. I am working on making the server that has all of the information about the AU public. It's gonna be public once I'm done with all the designs and have the basic info up. Yeah, that's totally fine, Mars. And then here is the second panel. And no, these two aren't a couple. They're just very close friends. Also, pardon my goofy-looking spaceship. That's kind of a general idea of what it looks like. I'm just really bad at drawing vehicles. Which I have this on Mango Vanilla as both a video and community post if you want to look at them better. I also have it posted on my TikTok. I know. Most people probably don't even know I have a TikTok because I don't use it ever. But the comic is also posted over there if you guys want to, like, actually look at it more thoroughly, not in the middle of stream. And also, little, just for the people who are interested, this is what Astro looked like when he was younger. I just wanted to give him eyelashes, low-key. And I also drew, just for, like, an animation test to see how I would do his hair. Here's the old Yada design. Old Glisten design, and, like, a brief sketch of what I wanted the new one to look like. Here were some ship doodles I did during one stream because I asked people, like, because there's no really confirmed ships. I asked people, like, do you guys want me to draw some of the characters as couples, just for funsies? So we got Shell-O-Vision, Moonflower, I think. Moonberry? I don't know if that's their ship name, I think it is. Here was a, I think it's jewelry box, whatever their ship name is, of the old design for Glisten. It is Moonberry, I see. Yeah, and this was like because this was gonna be the original comic I posted, but I didn't like how it turned out. Here was the second slide. You do Shelly X style, but like the AU versions, I could doodle something, but it wouldn't be like the best ever because Dial kind of looks like this. So, you know what? We'll take a little break from doing the designs. We'll do some ship doodles. I messed this up here. Whatever, close enough. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Hold on, I gotta really quickly check, see if that's how her glasses are drawn or not. Yeah, okay. Grandma Shirley. You guys can brainstorm what kind of ships you'd want me to draw. Let's keep in mind, some characters don't have AU designs yet, so if they don't have an AU design, I can't do much right now. Thank you for the jewels, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I have no idea if I just did that right or not. He looks so stupid. Hold on. I fixed Shelly's head for like the 3rd time. I hate drawing head Shelly. Whatever, it's good enough. I'm only gonna add the red to the E eyes. Makes it a little bit easier to tell what it is. That's what I forgot. You look so freaking weird. Yes, there's gonna be a pressure stream this week, Friday, most likely. Oh wait, I want to do something cute. I'm trying to remember her outfit, like, off the top of my head. Okay, long sleeves. Here you go, person who asked for Shelly X dial in my AU. We're in Discord server, but it won't work. I don't know what's going on with the link. Hold on. Let me put a new link in the chat real quick. Here's a new Discord link. Hopefully that one works. Okay. One of my VR tracker things just fell. Crap. I'll have to get that in a little bit. Okay. If you guys have suggestions, I'll do a couple more little ship doodles, and then I'm gonna go back to... Oh. Okay, you know, I kind of want to do Coco and Rudy. Let me turn off my screen for a second so I can load up the images of them, because I struggle drawing, like, as much as I hate to say it, furry characters. But they are. They are. On screen will pop back up in just a second. Okay. Boop. I have an idea. Bear with me because I feel like it's gonna be really cute if it turns out how I think it's going to. dumb. I love him. He looks so weird. It's so hard to replicate his, like, look. An embarrassed little guy. He looks so silly. Like, he doesn't look much like Rudy, but he's supposed to also look like a dog, so it's like... Yeah, I probably should make the horns bigger. My horns are too long. It's okay, it gets the point across. Whatever. Okay, yeah, my iPad is a little bit low, but it's okay. I love how Gogo's just like, whoa. He's an awkward mess. Okay, I got this. You know what? He just looks like Foxy from FNAF. Oh, my fingers. I don't know if you guys heard that pop. That was my hand. I want to do something that doesn't. I want to do something that I haven't done with these four yet. Here, you know what? We'll do Flutter Connie. I actually have both of their. You know, what am I doing, bro? I have their character sheet things on Discord. I was gonna do a really simple doodle for this. Here you go. Here's Connie and Flutter. And they just progressively got, like... I didn't mean to make that one so small, hold on. Okay, we're gonna try and knock out at least 1 or 2 more designs before my tablet dies. It's on the brink of death right now. I have an idea for Finn. Like, let's do Finn. I already have an idea for him, and I can brainstorm while I'm drawing him. I know it's like super messy, I'm just trying to get an idea of what I'm doing here. I'm thinking about making him like a mermaid. Like he's gonna have a tail, but he obviously can be out of water and stuff. He just looks like it, almost taking over like Listen's old design. Yeah. So like he'd be able to travel on land almost like a snake, but he has like a mermaid tail. If that makes sense. If I'm gonna do alien characters, I might as well have fun with it. The arms in different colors so I can like know what I'm doing. Trust the process. You see my vision. Yeah, do you see the vision? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do something similar with the tail, but exclude. This is gonna be so cool, but it's also gonna be an absolute nightmare to do the line art for. Okay, wait, hold on. I think we do the line art, and then we work on somebody else's line art, and I'll do the coloring later. Because my tablet's on 19%. I only have so much time to work with here. Okay, The fin is in progress. Let's do Poppy. I'm using an iPad something. iPad 11, I think. I gotta pull up a picture of her. Yeah, that's Ricky. Adopt Me, hold on. I have it on my notepad. Adopt Me stream, probably gonna be Thursday. Unless something comes up and I have to change it. Are you guys seeing the vision with Poppy yet? I hope you guys are, because I'm really excited for how this is gonna turn out. Ricky's a cockatiel. Isn't that right? The man. Sitting in my curtains. Well, here's my idea, right? She's a circle. Sun, moon, planets, other planets. Is it making sense now? How many planets are in the solar system? Sun, moon. Jupiter, Saturn. Two, three. Okay, and then this is going to be... We'll leave that as Pluto. We'll include Pluto. There. Now that's every planet of the solar system included. Guys, I am not drawing that many rings. She's so cute. There's just, I can just imagine all the planets floating around her head all the time. And she gets real frustrated by it. I think I'm just gonna do that. Something just really simple for her outfit. We are gonna color hers, and I'll touch up the line art later, because hers is gonna be kind of complex to color. Especially because I have a limited color palette. Okay. Reddish planets. Blue planets. Orange planets are gonna have to be this color. Only really you. And you. Find a better color for you though. How about that? That's not even close, but it's okay. Made a line art mistake, hold on. Thank you for the sub. It doesn't look anything like Poppy anymore, but it's okay. That was kind of the point. I wanted to give her a really crazy out there design. Oh, I love her. I'm gonna see if I can, make the planets separate so I can toggle them. Because now it's more obvious to see, like, what she looks like without all the planets around her. I just realized the moon thing that I did for the back of her hair, it just looks like Astro. It just looks like she's Astro stuck to the back of her head. Hold on, let me touch this up. Thank you for the sub. And then I'm gonna merge these layers together. So now I can just go boop, 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 boop. Here's what she looks like without the planets around her. Thank you for the sub. Astro but desaturated. Yep, pretty much. I think I used almost the exact colors I used for Astro, which is kind of funny. Astro's a little more purple. But here's Astro, and then here's the... It does look like Astro, but desaturated. He's gonna be a nightmare to finish the line art for, but he's gonna look so cool when he's done. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it off here because we've been live for almost 3 hours. I did get multiple full designs done. We got Poppy, Eggson, and then we also finished up Flight and Coco. You can that off the list. Bam. Alright, though. I'm gonna end stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will be live tomorrow, hopefully. Tomorrow's stream is going to be... Danny's World. We're gonna do something on Danny's World. I don't know what yet. We'll figure it out. Bye, guys.